Hi, and welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Satisfactory. In the last episode, we completed maximizing the production of all of our basic components. The iron plates, rods, screws, copper wire, cable, concrete, steel beams, and pipes. Those are all maxed out in terms of our current resource extraction. And now we're ready to move on to the more complex components such as reinforced iron plates, modular frames, rotors, stators, and beyond. But rather than put those constructors and assemblers on this level, we're going to start by raising a new level of our factory, a new foundation on which to build the machines that will construct the intermediate products. Using a new level at this point allows you to avoid a really messy spaghetti network of conveyor belts that would crisscross your your base foundation as they try to deliver these parts to the appropriate machines. So step one is just getting a ton of concrete. Fortunately, we have a decent supply saved up already. I'm going to empty my inventory for this. And completely fill it with concrete. Now we'll need to see how high we want this. Second level to be in the air. I like it high enough that you can't see the smoke from the first level machines penetrating the ground of the second level. And honestly, we should go over to the highest point. We won't probably we'll just leave this an open area over here around the Space Needle and our coal extractors. Everything else, I'm thinking 8. Let's just be safe and go 10. We'll say 10 levels above. Actually, worth considering is the length of conveyor lifts. Conveyor lifts are how we'll be transporting our basic resources up to the next floor of our factory. So let's say 8. We'll make the next level 8 full foundations higher. Give ourselves plenty of room here for any future basic products. There are more that will add to this, the base level of our factory later. Cateria, crystals. 4. That looks good. So we'll have 8 foundations between floors. So the 9th will be the actual floor. Now we need a way to access that level. Need a few iron rods and plates. Excellent. Plenty of room. Now, rather than make everyone watch as I put down several thousand concrete, I'll just pause the video here and do this all off camera. But first I want to just run back to the hub and continue our secondary goal here of continuing to research in the MAM and unlocking any technologies that we discover through that research. Looks like for our next milestone we need 25 rotors, 10 modular frames, 1500 cable and 200 cable and 1500 wire. You can pump those out really quickly. Modular frames require iron rods and reinforced iron plates. Rotors require iron rods and screws. Should be enough. I believe it's 3 reinforced iron plates per modular frame, so we'll need 30. Rotors. Got a few more inventory slots. There we go. Pick up some wire and cable. Storage containers filling up very quickly. This one's already completely full. Excellent. It's probably worthwhile to consider moving the hub up to our main factory, now that we're not relying on the biomass burners over here. Save us a bit of running. Alright, improved melee combat. Should give some few more inventory spots, as well as an extra
pocket dimension, added an additional wind equipment slot, and have provided an improved
equipment slot.
Xenozapper with increased strength and range.
Then we're done researching the bacon.
Amanita-lardum, or bacon agate, can be added to the object scanner catalog after unlocking the new blueprint.
So that just unlocked the object scanner catalog, which is something we can build in the equipment workshop. It's a little scanner that'll help you locate a lot of the rarer resources on the planet. And improved melee combat unlocked the Xenobasher, which is definitely worthwhile. It's an upgrade to the Zapper here. It does a lot more damage. So it's a lot better for fighting the various predators on this planet. Don't think we have enough Caterium to make those Blade Runners yet, do we? No. So we'll be on the lookout for any more Caterium outcroppings when we're out exploring. In the meantime, let's research alien carapaces. Alright, I'm going to continue laying the foundations for the second level of our factory, and I'll be back in a moment. Oh, and we're back. If you're asking yourself why the ceiling seems lower, that's because it is. Shortly after I started the construction of the second floor, a thought came to me, and that thought was jump pads. With a height of 8 foundations between each floor, that's just too far for a jump pad to reach. And if you want to utilize jump pads at all, the ideal distance for that is a height of 5 foundations between each floor of your factory. And to illustrate that, we can place a jump pad and power it up. And we'll also put down a U-jelly landing pad. Power that up. And now instead of running up and down the ramp, we can quickly leap to the second floor of the building with the jump pad. And then fall back down safely into the U-jelly without taking any damage. Let's finish this off by completing our stairwell, or our ramp, I guess. We'll get a few crosswalks. That's about the best way to do this, using the railings. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. You'll notice we left a large cutout for our space elevator. There's no way to actually to build over it. This is all obstructed. And we left out room for our coal generators, as well as room to expand our line of coal generators, as I'm sure we'll need to, as we move into the second layer of construction of our factory. Before we start that, let's just run back to our hub. Let's actually bring the hub over so we're not constantly running back and forth. We've already unlocked the Explorer tech. It's nice. It gives us access to the map, various crystal products, and the Explorer. I'll make use of that soon.
Additional samples are required for R&D to continue developing.
So I don't want
a
additional samples of the
defense-oriented
alien carapace.
blueprint.
We don't have 10
The creature
right
has
now.
been named Phacocoirus plumiuscata, or fluffy-tailed hog.
When we deconstruct this, we'll need to make room for the items in our storage container, the rare materials we found so far. So, let's sort the inventory. Got another chest to transfer this contents. Now we deconstruct the hub. And when you deconstruct the hub, you don't need to worry about all of the hub upgrades. Those will still be intact when you place the hub again. Of course. I don't want to put the hub on the first floor here, as it's got the cargo pod that's launched, so let's just put it on the second floor for now. Right over here in this area near the space elevator. Should be safe enough. We'll restore those contents. And let's see what's next to research. Flower petals. Okay. We'll put a new equipment workshop right over here. just go collect everything we had in our inventory prior to moving the hub. The first thing on our agenda should probably be to upgrade our Xeno Zapper to a Xeno Basher, and then we'll look at production of modular frames. And to make modular frames, we need reinforced iron plates and iron rods, and so we'll have to get the materials for those up to the second level of the factory. And to that we'll create a type of bus, materials bus, using the stackable conveyor bolts. But first, the Xeno Basher. Xeno Basher requires 5 modular frames, 2 Xeno Zappers, some cable and wire. So we'll need 1 more Xeno Zapper, and then 2 more modular frames. I'm going to store these power shards in the hub storage container for now. Alright, Xeno Basher. That should help a lot the next time we run into any predators. Blade runners are excellent. If we had the quick wire, I would definitely be making those. I'll have to find some more Caterium first, though. Now, because modular frames require 2 components, the reinforced iron plates and rods, they're constructed with an assembler. We'll need a few modular frames to build the assembler. Let's take a look at our rates here. Modular frames require 12 reinforced iron plates per minute and 24 iron rods per minute to make 4 modular frames per minute. 4 modular frames per minute, that's not very many, so I think we're going to want at least 2 assemblers constructing modular frames to start. That means we'll need 24 reinforced iron plates per minute and 48 iron rods per minute. So we're not currently making reinforced iron plates. We'll need to put down enough assemblers to produce reinforced iron plates at a rate of 24 per minute. So one assembler producing reinforced iron plates, that's 5 per minute. We need 24 per minute That means we need 5 assemblers producing reinforced iron plates. And I feel like 5, odd number, better just to go up to 6. The issue will be seeing if we have enough production to supply 5 or 6 assemblers with materials. That's 1 requires 120 screws per minute, so 6 would be 720 screws per minute. Let's go down and check our screw production, see where we're at. Okay, there's no way we have 720 screws per minute. Producing 90 per minute times 6. That's only 540. So for now, let's stick with 1 assembler producing modular frames. And that'll be 3 assemblers producing reinforced iron plates. It's not ideal, but we'll ramp up production again at a later stage. Or even better, we could find a alternate recipe for iron plates that does not include screws. That would be really ideal. Okay, so getting these core components up to the 2nd level, you'll notice that on the base of our factory, the 1st level, all of the machines were generally outputting to the west, and on the 2nd level we flip that. They'll be taking in ingredients from the west and outputting to the east. So let's put up a few walls here. Think about what we'll have coming up. We'll have iron plates, iron rods, screws. Probably have 2 belts of screws, copper wire, cables, and concrete. Might be wise to have a little space between these. Okay. Now we'll start our bus. Actually, let's move these a little farther this way. It's strange. In this position, it's not letting me flip the wall to the outside. It's fine. Start it there. Conveyor poles. Okay. Mm. It's unfortunate. Trapped. All right. So there's our bus. We'll have 9 lanes of materials coming up from the first floor to the second floor. It's a great start. Now we'll need to set up our 3 assemblers producing reinforced iron plates. They're backwards. My bad. these will produce 15 reinforced iron plates in total. Just merge these outputs. Now let's start bringing the materials up from the ground floor. We'll just need to collect or connect their respective storage containers to a few wall sections that we'll put up. Let's see where we're at here. Okay. Now we'll need some, see if we have enough to get started. Conveyor lifts Mark III. You just put them up. Make sure that you're outputting in the right direction. That's too low. Yeah. Good. Let's run and get some more beams. We'll need a lot for the next stage. Excellent. Close. So now you can see the iron plates being carried by lift up to the second level, and then they'll make their way onto the bus. Now the next thing we need are the screws. We're going to have 2 belts of screws. Just confirm that these are screws. Okay. Now let's run up and check our bus. Okay. We've got iron plates on the 3rd belt up, and shortly we should have screws on the first 2. There we go. Great. Now we'll set these 3 assemblers for reinforced iron plates. They are. And I think the best way to do this would just be to put a splitter right here. Another splitter on top. take one splitter of screws, one off the belt of iron plates, and then connect them. Now each of these should be supplied with screws and iron plates. We'll just need to get some power up here. Alright, that's started. This will be making modular frames, so we just need some iron rods as well. We'll run back down, add iron rods to the bus. We can do that pretty quickly. I think we'll want to put them do it this way. Okay, up to the second floor. If I did that correctly, iron rods should be on the fourth belt. Perfect. Power it up. Modular frames. Now we'll just add a storage container to collect them in. And we're good. It's backwards. We're not good. There we go. Now we're good. And this is one of the 2 components we need for unlocking tiers 3 and 4 from the space elevator. This is a good place to wrap it up for this episode. The next episode, we'll quickly set up our rotors, stators, and motors using our newly constructed main bus. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. That helps me gain visibility for additional viewers. If you've got any comments or questions, just post them in the comment section, and I'll answer them as soon as I see them. Have a great day. Thanks for watching.